Hi guys, thanks for everyone watching yesterday's live Q&A, but for everyone who doesn't want to go through 1.5 hours of questions, here's a quick overview after using the Sony Xperia X for one day. Let's start off with the design and build quality. I think it made a quite big leap forward because now it feels so much nicer in the hand because of all the curves. It still looks a little bit more on the boxy side, but believe me, we now have this curved glass on the front and also the curved metal here on the back, so it feels really nice in the hand. It still has a little bit of a flat side here, but it makes it really nice to hold on to. And since it's more compact now with 5 inches instead of 5.2 inches, it can be held very securely. And I even think the aluminum is a little more grippy than the frosted glass last year, so I definitely like that. The fingerprint reader is also, I would say, pretty much the best one, and I've said that yesterday already, because I pretty much can't even press without unlocking. It is so fast, as you can see. This is the best, also the great position here. I still find the position of the volume rocker to be ludicrous, but all the rest has been done really nicely. So to keep it really short, I really love the new design. It feels so much better now. No complaints here at all. When it comes to the display, I just want to keep it really short, but I definitely like it. It's maybe not something huge or mind-blowing, not something crazy impressive, but I definitely like it a lot. It's super bright. Colors look way better now. We still have the white color calibration and all that, so definitely a big thumbs up from here. If we check the sound just real quick, and I want to keep the short since this is not a review. So after my initial impression when trying it in my living room, I still said it is quite loud enough this time, and it's better than last year, but I still have to say it doesn't sound that loud. It's loud enough, but doesn't really have any reserves, but it sounds actually better, and in the games it's actually quite immersive. So the sound is good, but still not quite up at the top. The performance, so just real quick, I have to give it to them. They made a great job here because the device overall feels very smooth. As you can see here, super smooth. Absolutely no problems here at all. This is pretty much on a Snapdragon 810 level. It definitely beats, and to keep it real short, definitely any 808 device from last year, and in terms of smoothness, can rival an 810 without any issues. In some situations that doesn't seem that fast. Apps launch a little bit slower and the app switching is a little bit slow, but it's so marginal that I definitely see this as a legit competitor to the 810 without any issues. Battery life so far seems really good, because if I just check my stacks after one day, I'm at 16 hours of used 76%, and I'm at over 4.5 hours of screen on time. So I think on Wi-Fi I could even reach 6 hours, which is quite good for a first run. Charging time with about 2 hours and 30 was a little bit long, but I will still have to test it with a quick charge 2.0 compatible, because I only used the default charger, which isn't really that fast. Software seems very streamlined. It still seems like last year's Marshmallow edition, so it didn't really change much here, but already was good. The camera, and I said that already, out of the box it comes with 8 megapixel superior auto, which from a commenter seems to be the smartest solution overall. I switched to 20, and the only thing that I have to complain a little bit is just the overall autofocus that seems ever so slightly out of focus on some of the pictures. The rest is absolutely top notch. The colors are super accurate, the exposure is really nice. But one thing that I found to be quite annoying was the quite long processing after the image. So my main two gripes is that everything just doesn't seem as sharp as it could be, even on 20 or 23 megapixels, and the processing. And I think on the longer term, the processing alone could be the most annoying factor, because if you hate to wait like more than almost 2 seconds for every picture in between, that is a little bit too long. But to keep it really short, so far I really like it because it feels way more nicer in the hand than last year's model. The display is, I would say, not better than last year, but it was already amazing on the Z5. Sound is pretty much the same. Performance is on a Z5 level, maybe not quite as super fast, but keep in mind this is not the Z5 competitor or the successor. Therefore we have the Xperia X performance, which I should get maybe in like 2 or 3 weeks as well, but it performs really well for a second tier flagship from Sony. And overall the camera and everything seems definitely improved, and for me the biggest improvement after all is the feel in hand, and the rest is so much nicer. Keep in mind that I will have to get through more testing. This was just an initial first impressions after one day, but I'm definitely pleased so far. But I also have to mention the price. With about 600 euros right now, I think it's just way too expensive. In terms of value, the Z5 at the moment is way better. But I'm pretty confident that the price will drop at least to 450. Other than that, I don't see them selling too much of them. This was my first impressions after about 1 day. I hope you liked it, and you definitely saved a lot of time if you watched this instead of the 1.5 hour long one. But therefore, I definitely answered a lot of maybe useful questions to you there. So maybe it's worth taking a look at that as well. So I would say take a time. But that was completely wrong. Have a nice day. Okay, until next time. Bye.